maximum. But I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. Still gotta. I still gotta. They hit you with a just put your get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door.
For some football.
Here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dragons of Virginia Beach. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you. And Charles, we look at this Virginia Beach team entering this game. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to... 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end and those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ritter now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second down and a run by Robinson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And this one is incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Cousins now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At their 35-yard line. Back to throw, Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Ritter. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Ritter back to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. Ritter will set up to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And he returns this to the 22. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Oh, and one of the line. The offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. 17-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, Ritter. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. But the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Cousins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Here's Cousins. A quick throw there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Back to Robinson now on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Ritter headed right off the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Option play. Here's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And they'll begin by running the option. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, you know, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Ritter. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ritter on 1st and 10. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Ritter now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the end. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 15-yard line.
Final play of the half, Cousins. That's Samuel, caught left side. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to Stephon Diggs. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Packers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Ritter now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A give to Robinson on the option. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Going play action. Ritter. And complete to Drake London. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Here's Ritter. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Benjamin St. Just on the coverage.
Back to throw. Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his time.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them.
On there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
On third down, Cousins. Checks this one down to Robinson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Possession of the football. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
Ritter will set up to throw it. And this is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Robinson up the middle. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Ritter to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And taken right at the 35. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, Ritter looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Ritter and London team up there. 1st down, Atlanta.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Following the interception, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Cousins now from the 50. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's got this down to the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Cousins to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now gets to record a sack, too.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dragons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Ritter. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing is Cousins.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On second down, Cousins again. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. The offense on third down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fighting him off. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ritter now. Short throw caught by Pitts. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Cousins. It got his man complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Samuel, complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air again, it's Cousins. This is caught by Robinson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Cousins.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Robinson toss play left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Ritter. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down, Cousins. This is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st down. Now Ritter. And he rifles one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Pass complete to Shepard.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains and take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Ritter wants to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. He'll take it inside the 25.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Virginia Beach, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.